Welcome to English Stories for Listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you genuinely want to be fluent in English.
Hi, my name is Anna. I go to a big school in New York. I love to learn new things every day. One thing I learned is how to talk in English at school. It was not easy at first, but I practiced and now I can do it. When I started school, I was shy. I did not know how to speak well. My teacher, Ms. Green, always smiled and said, "Practice makes perfect," she told me. "You can do it. Just try." Her words made me feel better. At school, we speak English in the classroom. We talk about many things. We talk about math, science, history, and reading. When I did not know how to say something, I asked my friends, and they helped me. Friends are always good to have. My friend Jake is very good at math. He taught me how to say numbers in English. We would count together 1, 2, 3. It was fun. We also played games with numbers. Learning English can be a game too. Sometimes I made mistakes, but it is okay to make mistakes. Ms. Green said, "Mistakes help you learn, so when I said a word wrong, I learned the right way to say it next time." Do not worry if you do not know all the words right away. In science class, we talk about animals and plants. I love animals. My favorite is the dog. We learned how to say the names of animals in English. Dog, cat, bird. It was exciting to learn new words every day. Reading in English is very important. Ms. Green gave us small books to read. At first the words were hard, but when I read the books again and again, it got easier. You can read books too, and it will help you talk better in English. One day we had to give a speech in class. I was scared. But Ms. Green said, "You can do it." And I stood up and talked about my favorite animal, the dog. Everyone clapped. It felt good to talk in front of the class. Jake, my friend, helped me when I did not know a word. He would say, "You can say it like this. Friends can help you learn English." It is good to talk to your friends in English every day. When I go to the playground, I talk to my friends in English. We play games like tag and hide and seek. We laugh and have fun. Talking in English helps me make more friends. My mum also helps me with English at home. She says, "Practice every day, and you will get better." I talk to my mum in English about what I learned at school. This helps me remember new words. In history class, we learn about people from long ago. We talk about how they lived and what they did. History is like a story, and I love stories. Talking about history in English helps me learn new things about the world. Ms. Green gave us some tips to talk better in English. She said, "Speak slowly. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And always try your best." These tips helped me a lot, and I hope they help you too. One time I forgot a word in English. I asked my teacher, "How do you say this?" She smiled and told me the word. It is okay to ask for help. Teachers are there to help you learn. We also learned songs in English. Singing is a fun way to learn new words. I like to sing with my friends. It makes learning English more fun. At lunch, we talk in English about our favorite food. Jake loves pizza. I like sandwiches. We use English words to talk about what we like. Talking about everyday things helps you get better at English. Every day, I learn something new in English. It is like opening a new door. I feel proud when I can talk to my teacher and friends. You will feel proud too the more you practice. MS. Green told us, "Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning, so if you make a mistake, it is okay. Just keep trying and you will get better." My favorite memory at school was when I won a spelling contest. I practiced the words every day. When I won, I was so happy. It showed me that practice really works. You can do it too if you practice. One thing that helps me is writing. I write new words in a notebook. Every day, I try to write a new word and use it when I talk. This helps me remember the words better. SMS. Green also told us to listen carefully when someone speaks English. Listening helps you learn how to say words the right way. So I always listen to my teacher and friends when they talk. In class, we also talk about what we want to be when we grow up. I want to be a teacher. I practice talking in English like a teacher would. This helps me feel ready for the future. Jake wants to be a doctor. He practices talking about the body in English. We help each other learn new words for what we want to be. Talking about your dreams in English is a great way to learn. Sometimes we watch videos in English in class. This is fun and helps us learn how people talk in real life. I like to watch videos about animals and nature. It is a fun way to learn new words and ideas. MS. Green says, "Talking in English opens doors to new places." I think she is right. When you talk in English, you can make new friends, learn new things, and even travel to new places. Every day I try to use new words I learn in conversations. It helps me remember them better. For example, when we talk about the weather, I use words like sunny, rainy, and cloudy. Using new words helps me feel more confident. When we play games in English, it makes learning fun. We play Simon Says and guess the word. These games help us learn new words and phrases while having a good time. You can play these games with your friends too. In our library, there are many English books. I like to read picture books and stories. They have simple words and beautiful pictures. Reading these books helps me learn English in an easy and fun way. At home, my family speaks English too. We talk about our day and share stories. Speaking English at home helps me practice and feel more comfortable. Try talking with your family in English as much as you can. We also learn English by doing projects. One time, we made a poster about our favorite animals. I wrote and talked about dogs. Doing projects helps me use English in a creative way and makes learning fun. Sometimes we have to tell stories in English. I remember one time I told a story about a trip to the zoo. My friends listened and asked questions. Telling stories helps you practice speaking and listening in English. My school has a language club where students practice English together. We play games, sing songs, and have fun activities. Joining a club like this can help you practice English with others who are learning too. When we have class discussions, I always try to join in. Even if I am nervous, I raise my hand and share my thoughts. Ms. Green always says, "Your voice matters. Speaking up in class helps me improve my English." For homework, we write essays and stories. I write about my hobbies and what I like to do. Writing helps me practice spelling and grammar. It is important to write often to get better at English. Every month we have a show and tell day. We bring something from home and talk about it in English. I once brought my favorite book and talked about why I like it. This activity helps me practice speaking in front of others. Learning English is like learning a new game. At first it seems hard, but as you practice, it gets easier and more fun. Remember, every time you practice, you are getting better and better. When I feel nervous about speaking, I remember what Ms. Green says: be brave, and you will succeed. I take a deep breath and try my best. It is okay to feel nervous, but don't let it stop you from trying. Sometimes we watch English movies in class. We learn new words and how people talk in different situations. Watching movies can help you understand how English is used in real life. My best friend Emma loves to sing. She sings English songs every day. She taught me some of her favorite songs, and we sing together. Singing is a fun way to learn new words and phrases. When we have group projects, I work with my classmates to complete them. We talk in English about what we need to do and share ideas. Working in groups helps me practice English and learn from others. In gym class, we follow instructions in English. We learn words for different exercises and sports. Playing sports and following instructions in English helps me understand and use new words. Ms. Green also teaches us how to write letters and emails. We practice writing friendly letters to our friends. Writing letters helps me practice using English in a different way and is a great way to communicate. Every day I try to learn one new word and use it in a sentence. For example, I learned the word adventure and said, "I love going on adventures." Learning and using new words helps me get better at English. In art class, we talk about colors, shapes, and materials in English. We describe what we are making and how we feel about it. Art helps me use English in a creative and expressive way. When we celebrate holidays at school, we learn special words related to them. For example, during Christmas, we learn words like Santa gift, and tree celebrating holidays helps me learn new words and understand traditions. MS. Green always encourages us to read aloud in class. Reading aloud helps me practice pronunciation and fluency. Don't be afraid to read out loud. It helps you get more comfortable with speaking English. Sometimes we have guest speakers at school who talk to us in English. They share interesting stories and information. Listening to different speakers helps me hear different ways people use English. In our school, we also have a language lab where we practice speaking and listening. It has fun activities and exercises. Using tools like a language lab can help you practice English in a structured way. Every month, we have a spelling bee where we spell words aloud. I practice spelling at home and in class. Participating in a spelling bee helps me improve my spelling and build my confidence in English. When I feel stuck with a word or phrase, I use a dictionary or ask a teacher. There are many tools to help you learn. Don't hesitate to use them when you need help with English. In our school, we have a Word of the Week program. Each week, we learn a new word and use it in sentences. This program helps me learn new vocabulary and use it in my conversations. MS. Green says, "Language is a bridge to understanding." I believe this is true. Learning English helps me connect with others, understand new ideas, and share my own thoughts. Every year, we have a book fair at school. I love to choose new books to read. Reading books helps me learn more English and enjoy stories from different places. In our art projects, we write about our artwork in English. This helps me describe my ideas and feelings. Writing about art is a creative way to practice using English. When we go on field trips, we talk about what we see and do in English. Field trips are a fun way to use English outside the classroom and learn about new places and things. During break time, I chat with my friends in English. We talk about what we did in class, our favorite games, and what we plan to do. Speaking with friends helps me practice English in a relaxed way. MS. Green always says, "Keep a positive attitude." I try to stay positive and not get discouraged. A good attitude helps me enjoy learning and keeps me motivated to practice English. Every day, I write in a journal about my experiences. Writing in my journal helps me practice expressing my thoughts in English. You can keep a journal too, and it will help you improve your writing skills. When we have group discussions, I listen carefully to others and share my own ideas. Participating in discussions helps me practice speaking and listening in English. At school, we have special days like International Day where we learn about different cultures. Learning about other cultures helps me understand different ways people use English around the world. I remember the first time I spoke English in front of a big group. I was nervous, but my friends cheered me on. Their support made me feel better and gave me the courage to speak up. In our music class, we learn English songs and lyrics. Singing along helps me learn new words and phrases. Music is a fun and enjoyable way to practice English. MS. Green always reminds us to review what we have learned. Reviewing helps me remember new words and concepts. Take some time to go over what you have learned to keep it fresh in your mind. One of my favorite activities is reading aloud to my younger siblings. They love stories, and reading to them helps me practice my English and share my love for books. In our school, we have a language day where we celebrate different languages. It's fun to learn words from other languages and see how English fits into a bigger picture of communication. Every week, we write book reports about the books we read. Writing book reports helps me practice summarizing and expressing my thoughts in English. It's a great way to improve my writing skills. MS. Green often says, "Every small step counts." I believe this is true. Every time you practice, even in small ways, you are making progress in learning English. When we have a new topic to study, I try to learn the key words and phrases related to it. Knowing these words helps me understand the topic better and participate in class discussions. I love to use flashcards to learn new vocabulary. I write words on one side and their meanings on the other. Flashcards are a great tool for memorizing and reviewing words. At school, we also do role-playing activities where we act out different scenarios in English. Role-playing helps me practice speaking in different situations and builds my confidence. One day, we had a surprise guest who spoke about his travels around the world. He used a lot of English, and it was exciting to hear about different places. Listening to stories like this helps me see the importance of learning English. MS. Green says, "Learning a language is like planting a garden. You need to nurture it and give it time to grow." I think this is a great way to think about learning English. Be patient and keep practicing. I remember when I first started learning English, I was afraid to speak. But with practice and encouragement from my friends and teachers, I became more confident. You can do the same with practice and support. Speaking English at school has helped me make new friends and enjoy learning. Remember to practice every day, use new words, and stay positive. Learning English can be a fun adventure. As you continue to practice and improve your English, think about how far you have come and how much more you can achieve. Every day is a new opportunity to learn and grow. So, what are your dreams for learning English? How will you use this new skill to reach your goals and make new friends? Keep practicing, stay curious, and enjoy the journey of learning English.